We are live. What's up, everyone? Good morning.
Good
morning. Thanks for joining us. We got the guys from Stoney Baloney here today. So we got Lee and Mike.
I'm Mike.
And we're going to take a run through their project, ask them a few questions. If you guys have anything that you want to hear about, drop it in the comments. Smash that like button, and we'll get stuck into it. So
Do it.
You guys have a pretty interesting story of sort of how you got into NFTs and your background. Do you want to share a little bit about that? Get us started.
So we're based out of in LA, Tinseltown, Hollywood, and
originally from Philly,
Philadelphia, and Pennsylvania, and
Rocky for all, for everyone not from the States,
right? And so we've been in the TV pitch space. We've been involved with pitching different types of TV shows, animation shows, and we kind of came across this idea actually when we went to a Phish concert in LA about 2 or 3 years ago. We met a guy that was cooking grilled cheese sandwiches for us, and we just started talking about the different cannabis strands that people were kind of smoking around us, and we're like, what if these strands didn't like each other? Would they fight? And, that kind of spitballed some ideas about, well, maybe it could be like Marvel meets marijuana and kind of go through that. And initially we're like, let's do it as a TV show, animated TV show. And then that's kind of when, maybe it was like 4 or 5 months ago, we saw the kind of NFT space and really how people were able to instantly be storytellers, instantly be able to connect with the fan base, with the creatives. And that isn't something that we've seen out here, meeting with TV executives, pitching your ideas. Everybody has their own take and, hey, you should change this character, put funny ears, make him wear roller skates. No, that's not our show. So you never really get a chance till it's on TV. People can watch it and vibe with it and be like, oh, okay, I can connect with that content. And so when I found, and Mike and I found the NFT space, we're like, we can make our own stuff, put it out there.
Not censor
it, and see who can connect with it. And especially in the sense of the artwork, the animations, shout out to, Smokin' Joe McWilliams. He's one of the artists that helped us out. Mike's one of the artists as well. Joe is a Garbage Pail Kid artist, and we just did some, we feel like we just did some great work.
It was cool collaborating with another artist, and the process was basically I would kind of come up with this idea, this design of like just kind of popped into a head of like, okay, purple haze, you figure he's like Jimi Hendrix, purple, he's gonna have like funky hair, and gave that idea to Joe, and then he would kind of interpret it the way that he, in that kind of way. Not purple haze, but with the other characters.
But then also, just having it as a team. So having the animator working with the artist, and Mike did a lot of the artwork too. And so our animation company, AD Media, Andy, these guys are just crushing it. And it works well because everybody's kind of like-minded. They can take your idea. It's kind of like a relay race, and just pass it around. Like, okay, that's
a pretty good analogy.
Well,
Olympics, current. Yeah, it's current.
Olympics
pretty good.
Pretty current,
Yeah. Nice. And you guys have started building a pretty nice community too. Like I've been dropping in there most mornings saying good morning, saying hello, and everyone seems pretty active there, which is cool to see. You're off to a good start.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the 2 biggest things for us in this community so far early on, or just in the NFT space in general, is putting out content that we believe in and growing a community. And for us, it's making it personal. I think people have seen in our Telegram, we've had videos with my parents, Papa Stoney and Mama Stoney, just showing love, just trying to get that support and do it on a personal level, because I think at the end of the day, like the main goal is to just build a brand with a community and get intake and feedback from people and kind of have it on the same playing field that everybody can kind of help mold this fucking snowball.
Well, and that's the thing, is one of the things that's cool is, especially through Telegram and all the other like social media outlets, having people comment saying, okay, I want, wedding cake to be the next strand that gets to be a character. And it's cool, okay, like taking other people's ideas and then incorporating our designs with them. And then so people feel like they're almost a part of the brand because like, yo, that was my suggestion. Yeah. And then
Definitely. That's something like I think I've really taken from Cryptowriter, you know, like we're a pretty collaborative community, and I'd say we look after our community pretty well, but they send that love right back, you know, like they look after us tenfold. So yeah, your community is so important in this space. So you're off to a good start with yours. Everyone seems pretty good over there. So do you guys remember like the first NFT you bought or the first collection that really caught your eye?
Yeah, you know, I think the first one recently was the Graffiti Kings. They're long. Yeah. And so, you know, I was really excited to, you know, see how Graffiti Kings, being the street artists with the graffiti art, how they would translate that into the NFT space, especially being on the Wax, you know, platform as well, how that resonates. And they crushed it, and it was really interesting, some of the stuff that they were doing. And just learning about like the different ways you can make it creative with the blends and the farming mechanisms, and you know, really being able to make it creative and not just like for us, like we just don't want to put a drop out there and here's some NFTs and all right, cool, what can you do with it? We want to make it, you know, interesting and make it a journey to collect, to burn, you know, to blend them. So.
Yeah, and I think it seems like you've incorporated that into your roadmap, which we'll get into shortly. But guys, if you haven't already, make sure you do enter the giveaways. So there's a link in the description below. So jump in there, fill out your information, and we'll get going on those. We are giving away today some of these Baloney token free pack. So there you go. Do you guys want to explain what these ones are about?
So the Baloney token free packs, basically anybody who gets one at the launch date, you know, just send us a DM, just send us a message via Telegram or wherever. Like, yo, I got this, you know, give me my free pack, damn it. So like, yeah, just on the launch date, just hit us up and give us the NFT of the free pack and we'll shoot you a free pack.
You guys might be able to do a snapshot as well. So anyone that you can see which accounts are holding this NFT and you can distribute them that way so people might not have to contact you.
That would be a great idea.
We can chat about that later on. I'm happy to give you some insight. So I don't know if you've seen many of our podcasts, but our community, they love a duck race. So I'll get a duck race going and show you guys what those are all about. Just got to get the form up here and we'll do the first giveaway. So while I'm setting this up, do you want to sort of let people know what do you guys have in your vision for the future of Stoney Baloney? Is there anything really exciting coming up that people should be preparing for? I know your pack drop's coming up.
Yeah, so pack drop is next Tuesday, 8/31 at 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And pretty much in every pack, you get a Stoney Crew membership. So you're part of the Stoney Crew. And with that, it gives an opportunity to get into the Stoney world. And basically, in our roadmap, if we reach our goal, at one point in our roadmap, you can get involved in the opportunity to be in these events. So we want to have this kind of this world where people
Ehs House.
Ehs
and
House.
It's actually based off of our grandmother named Edith, and her house was always like the hubbub. The whole family would come over, friends would come over, and it was always something gathering on. People would just kind of like hang out, bullshit. So that's what we wanted to create was with Ehs House. You know, people from the Stoney community, that, you know, as Stoneys as we call them, you know, people can hang out, discuss, you know, just music, comedy, you know, while, you know, people can smoke on the, you know, people are, you know, hanging out, whatever.
But it's also, you know, an opportunity that we want to bring in media personalities to perform. So perform comedy, perform music, you know, try to get that Martha Stewart and make her do some like weed baking or some shit, you know, like just like stuff where people can like be entertained, you know, and have,
make it more like a family, like a community.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I know like Snoop Dogg's getting pretty into all the Ethereum based projects. I know he's got a few of those profile picture sort of avatars. Might be time to get him into the wax community, hey, and reach out with some Stoney Baloney stuff.
I mean, it's a great idea. I mean, for us, the awesome vision would be have some of these people do some concerts, via Stoney Baloney in our world and stuff like that, and really just be able to have different elements that people could kind of just gravitate towards and kind of hang out.
Yeah, wicked. All right, let's get this duck race going. So if you guys haven't seen these before, usually it seems whoever is like straight out of the gate, they're usually not the one to win. So we'll see. And this is everybody that's currently watching the stream.
That's cool.
I see Flimsy up in the house here.
Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Took it home. That's what I'm talking about. You can't pick the winners. All right. So Crypto Birdash, can you just drop a comment here so I know that you're still with us?
That's cool.
And when I see that comment, man, I'll send over your free Stoney Baloney token pack.
That's cool.
Epic.
We might have to use that idea in our Telegram too.
It's good fun, man. It's definitely good fun. I can see you here now, Crypto. So I'll make sure I make a note and I will send that over to you right after the stream.
He just keeps on going. He's doing another lap.
He's on like Red Bull or some shit.
All right. So let's take a look at your website, shall we? And if there's anything that you guys sort of want to talk about or make note on, just let me know.
Yeah, I think maybe just like showing some of the pieces of the collection, some of the the artwork.
So we actually have within the commons, there's actually the masterpiece collection. So those are the ones with Pineapple Express, Purple Haze, and Sour Diesel. Those are all hand painted, and so that's part of the masterpiece collection. Yeah,
that's cool.
And then we have basically the cartoony kind of section are the rest of the commons as well.
And so in our universe, one of the main characters is Dr. Herb. He's like the evil guy that's trying to take over the world and kind of rid it of weed. And so he smoked some nuclear Jack Herer bud and it kind of got him all crazy. So he's kind of delusional. So down here is the paraphernalia crew. We call them the Smoke Squad. So they're like, it's like kind of like an R-rated like Beauty and the Beast kind of, with
or
like
they Inside Out,
right?
Like the crazy like emotions, kind of it's kind
right.
Like that.
So like these are all his little people that he kind of like smokes with, and Josie Joint, she's kind of like the mastermind. She's literally like in his ear, kind of orchestrating like world takeover of the marijuana space.
Yeah, cool. I like that they have their sort of personalities and their little stories as well.
Now what's cool is that you can't see, but in the collection, when in the packs, the back of majority of the cards are raps, and it describes the personality of these characters, which is kind of cool, and also the various.
Lee's a rapper,
and Mike beatboxes.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Triple threats.
Maybe we'll do one of the backs. Do you have?
We could try. Sure. Is it cool if we start rapping on this?
Definitely. Go for it.
All right.
You want to do the fired up beat?
Yeah.
All right, go. Yo, use caution when approaching Dr. Herb. He smoked some Jack Bud and made his life absurd. Yes, out of the West. I can't stop cause it's like the Tribe Called Quest. But we're freestyling about Stoney Baloney. Can't stop like macaroni and cheese. Yes, I'm in the cool breeze. I'm like the M to the I to the C. I'm Lee and my man to the left is Mike. And we're dope brothers, so get out of sight.
That's sick. That's awesome. We got a live show going on here. That's brilliant. How long have you guys been doing that for?
You forgot the first part, so you just
right. So I forgot the first part. I knew like the first couple lines of one of the backs for Dr. Herb, and then I forgot the rest of it. I was like, fuck it, I'll just like freestyle it. And who knows if it made sense or not? But
no, that was awesome. So you guys must have been doing that for a while.
It started
since high school.
Yeah, since high school, like just going to parties and just having a good time and just start doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, that's sick.
It's the only way we could think of how to get girls.
Right. Right.
Let's go hang out.
I'm sure it worked.
Yeah,
I think, right.
Yeah.
I think at one point, right.
Yeah.
I think at one point, like one time some girl was like, I really don't like you as a person, but since you were rapping, like that's kind of cool. I was like, all right.
We'll do more. That's awesome. You're getting some serious love in the comments here as well. Everyone's loving that.
That's cool.
Cool.
Very cool. So are we going to see a bit like the backstories behind and the characters?
Yeah.
Are we going to find out about that sort of stuff, or
So
is that going to be part of the cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a set of 4 cards that basically explain the short version of the story. And the story, we don't have to go too far into that. I don't know how much time you have, but it kind of goes into the weeds, pun intended.
That was pretty good.
About how Dr. Herb, he's trying to dominate the weed market, and he creates his own strand called Stoney Baloney that he figured out how to grow marijuana from uranium-rich soil. From a nuclear meltdown of a nuclear power plant, he was growing weed in there, and it created these, but.
And actually, on the website, I believe there's the long version of the story too. If anyone's interested in checking that out when they have time.
Yeah, we can have a look. I like these the odds and the rarities.
Yeah, and so we wanted to do a lot of like, puns in the cannabis sector. So like, we're like, all right, cool. Like, let's make these cowards burn in that variant. Getting stoned, like someone's literally getting like stoned with pebbles and shit.
And we were thinking,
that's fun, right?
Super stoned, so you're covered in rocks, you can't move.
Right.
So that's like.
And the one, I don't know if there's sound to it, but the Tetris looking one in the middle, Mike actually is beatboxing the sound effects to the
because
Tetris.
We couldn't legally pay for the Tetris music, so I beatboxed it.
That's cool. I like how it's all sort of coming together here. I can visualize it.
And
that's
sometimes,
cool.
man, the tripping one, like I just find myself like staring at it for like minutes, like just like I get like warped into like the card.
Yeah, no, that one caught my eye while I was flicking through. That one and the Blaze one, super cool.
And if you ever notice, on the Blaze, there's one Blaze card, Lewis the Lighter, where our animator actually made the sound of his glasses cracking on there. So if you like really kind of like hear, go into like focus on it.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. And I see. I don't know if I've seen this before, but you've got the embers of the fire coming outside of the card, which is a pretty nice touch. I don't think I've seen that before. Is that going to be the same on the marketplace?
No, I believe it's just on the website functionality.
Gotcha. Well, it looks cool.
And we like the so we thought of like in this space, we're like, we got to give this evil guy like a weapon, and what could it be? And we're like, well, let's make this thing called like a nifty blaster. And so it actually turns people into NFTs. So that's kind of like in our story, that's kind of like Dr. Herb blasts the 6 main, characters, the Stoney Crew,
into
the NFT space because he doesn't want them to kind of chase them and get them. And so we made this nifty blaster. So the nifty blaster has like 2 functionality modes to it. It turns you to NFT, and then it kind of pulverizes you as well. And again, so kudos to Andy at 80 Media, man. He just took the vision of like the nifty blaster just blasting around and stuff like that, and we think he really did it.
I would have these long kind of like back and forth through email where I think we were both smoking on both sides just so that we could make sure that we got like the proper vision, and he just knew exactly what like I was going. I didn't have to like finish the sentence. He'd be like, "I got you."
And the other thing that's kind of cool, just like seeing the blue dream on the left side, is like we wanted to also like give these characters personality. So it's specialty moves, specialty powers. So like for Blue Dream, she has kefir dust that she sprinkles on you, and it makes you like hibernate basically and go to sleep. And so like that's her power. And
each one has their own special powers, because originally going back to the story idea from making it into an animated series was kind of like a Marvel beats marijuana, and basically all these characters have unique powers. Sour Diesel, he's like a big sour guy, so he comes up and he bear hugs you so you can't breathe from coughing fits. So all the specialties are relatable to what someone can experience while under the influence.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool. And obviously those sort of attributes or powers will be part of that sort of battling that you mentioned, I presume.
Yeah, and
cool.
To be honest, that's like I mentioned, we have kind of a background in animation and TV, concepts and development, and that to me is kind of like an exciting journey, exciting path. At some point, like get some NFTs of them fighting and stuff like that, I think could be really cool.
Yeah, definitely. You should have a look at Wax Arena. I'm not sure if it's live yet, but they're working on something similar where NFTs can fight each other. And
that's cool.
Yeah. You might be able to take some sort of ideas or collaborate with them somehow.
It's very interesting.
Because eventually you make this into a video game. So it's like a fighting, so you could play probably through NFTs.
Right.
Yeah, cool. I sort of envision like the Pokemon sort of style, you get your different attacks and stuff like that.
Exactly.
That's cool.
At one point also we were thinking about down the road like being a fighting game, but like actual like an arcade kind of game where it's like Street Fighter. So these characters, and then maybe bringing in some type of like social tokens or something where people can use the social tokens to bet against other players in playing against them.
Or unlocking special power moves.
Mm-hmm. So would you are you thinking for that sort of stuff, would it be a cryptocurrency or an in-game token?
It would probably be, we haven't really thought too much into it, but like I could see both like elements, pros and cons to both, but it's something that we kind of just talked surface about, but I just think it could be a really interesting opportunity to kind of get a different realm of Stoney Baloney world.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let's do another giveaway while we're here, guys. I'll remind you again: smash that like, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already, and to enter the giveaways, we've got a link in the description there, so make sure you fill that one out. And we're going to give away another one of these Baloney token cards, so it's entitles you to a free pack at the drop, which is Friday, you said? Is that right, guys?
Next Tuesday, the 31st. That's it. That's it. I'm never doing a podcast in Australia again.
All right, let's go. Got raises. I think it looks like we've got a few people from your community in here checking us out. We've got Linus. I see he's got the Jimi Hendrix card there.
I like that.
I saw Fleensy earlier in the duck race as well.
Yep, he was throwing some comments out before. Guys, if you do have any questions as well for Lee and Mike, make sure you pop those in the comments, because I'll definitely we'll get around to those as well. Anything about Stoney Baloney or their background, we'll get stuck into it. All right.
Wants the beatbox again now. One for show.
All right.
All right, let's go. Oh, Halal and Sana.
Uh-oh.
Awesome. He's an OG from our Cryptowriter community, so I'm glad to see him winning one of those. That's awesome.
Cool. That's good.
Awesome.
I'll pop you down here, man, and I'll send that over just after the stream. And we'll probably give away some of these on Twitter as well. So make sure you pop down to the description again and follow Stoney Baloney on Twitter, and you can follow myself as well. I'll host one over there. We'll get some of these out. And
we're actually trying to promote. We have a 840 NFT, exclusive, one of a kind 840 NFT, 420 times 2 in our Telegram. So if we can get, I think, 13 more people in our Telegram, we have a special
little nugget for you.
NFT we're going to give to the community.
Awesome, guys. Well, let's run it up. There's 25 people in here, so I think we should be able to achieve that pretty easily. If you want the link for the Telegram group, you can go to their website, but I'll also I'll pull it up quickly and pop it in the comments.
Yeah, it's a really cool design that Mike did. He took Josie the Joint and made her all of the numbers, and it looks pretty cool.
Epic. Nice. I saw it's actually the NFT that I used for this thumbnail is the Jimi Hendrix card, but it's different. Is it like a hand painted one or?
Right. So that is actually it's called the sketchy card. So that is that is the original artwork. That's the rough draft sketch of the
sketchies. Yeah.
Sketchies. So those are actually in the packs as well. We have sketchy cards of a lot of the characters that are in there. So that is physically I think he used
pencil sketch. That's well, most of them are pencil sketches, but from the Masterpiece collection, those are the ones that have the rough draft of the color, the painted.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's a nice piece, that one. I'll hopefully be able to get my hands on a few of those. We've got a question here from Linus. He says, when blends?
That's probably something within a week of the launch that we'll be able to kind of divulge and throw out there and get people excited about.
Awesome. And do you know what can we expect from blends? What's going to be the outcome?
I would say the outcome is probably, opportunities to get really scarce new NFTs, one of a kind stuff, like not one of a kind, but definitely low quantity to really, focus on the opportunity of making it, achievable to have pieces that not a lot of people would have, and make it kind of creative. That's kind of like the main focus is like, hey, we can blend this with that, and you get this different type of artwork.
And some of the other things is you'll know more of the story as the blends go further in, because that's when we'll be going into more of, the Dr. Herb versus the Stoney Crew, and you'll see more of like each of their characters and start to get to know them more.
Epic. And Fleensy, I think is how you pronounce it. He said, how many cards will we be able to get per pack?
It'll be 13.
13 per pack. And is that, do you have different tiers of packs? Is there just going to be the one?
Yeah, just one pack, 13 cards.
Yep. And you said earlier that was how much?
36.
$36. So there you go. Linus says, master collection. What's the purpose?
So the Masterpiece collection is referring to the painted versions. We wanted to do a couple different styles and interpretations from the artists for the pack. So we didn't want to just have the same artist or in the same style. We wanted to kind of explore, just like how, every high is different. Every card is a little bit different in their own way. So we wanted to kind of explore the painting, version of that, the cartoony side, and, and the backs are also, being kind of all, basically all different too.
Awesome. Right on. So let's have a look at the roadmap. If you guys, do you want to run us through it? Do you want me to read through it? How would you like to do it?
Yeah, I mean, if you can read through it, and any questions, or we could kind of
yeah. Sure. So at the drop, we're launching the Stoney Crew. What's the Stoney Crew?
So the Stoney Crew is actually the 6 main characters: Sour Diesel, Master Kush, Blue Dream, Pineapple Express, Purple Haze. Did I forget any?
Girl Scout Cookie.
So
Cool.
they are the Stoney Crew, and they're fighting against Dr. Herb and his kind of henchmen.
The paraphernalia.
And his smoke squad. And so once you become a membership, once you get a pack, you get in each pack a Stoney Crew membership card. So you now are a part of the Stoney Crew.
Okay, cool.
And that kind of gives you that access, like we mentioned earlier, to our kind of world where we want to be able to entertain people and kind of make it like a kind of a society kind of feel.
Yeah, epic. So yeah, each pack comes with Stoney membership card, which makes you part of the Stoney Crew. If you buy a pack or buy a Stoney membership card on the secondary market, you're also still part of the crew. So that's pretty cool.
Once you're a Stoney, always a Stoney.
Sorry?
No, so once a Stoney, always a Stoney.
That's it. Jordan here says, which brother smokes more?
That one.
This guy. Whenever I can get him to come over and like, yo, you're waiting for the wife and kid.
Right. He has 2 dogs. I have a son. So my schedule of intaking in the cannabis is not as flexible as his.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't have as many responsibilities, and plus I have to draw all day, so you can't do that sober.
Got to keep the inspiration and the creative juices flowing, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah. Linus here has another question. He says, Purple Haze is just 20 cards. Will that stay at 20 cards?
Right. So the Purple Haze sketchy is not part of the pack.
Okay.
So the sketchy collection that we've been doing through the Telegram and the community and stuff like that, there's 2 parts. There's Blue Dream and the Purple Haze sketchies. Those stay at 20. Those aren't included in the pack at all.
Cool.
Good question.
Was a good question.
Yeah.
So at 25% sold, we'll launch the Super Stoney Council for voting on future Stoney Baloney characters. If you're a pack holder before we hit this milestone, you're in the SSC. So
yeah. So
go ahead.
Yeah. So that basically is kind of rewarding people to kind of get in early. So basically it gives a kind of like we talked about earlier, a feel that it's a community in the sense that there'll be questions that we want to have with regards to who should be the next character. What should they look like? What should their name like? Basically have some decisions that are made as a team, as a Stoney Council, and people can feel that they have their take in it, their touch. You know what? For instance, when we have sketchies of the new character, we'd love to have feedback from the council and be like, hey, which one should we go?
A, B, or C. Because as an artist, you don't just decide on what, you kind of pick between a bunch. So having the community say, we like, out of 3, we like, number 1. And as the community, we'd all vote for that. And that's the one that majority likes, then that's one we'll go with. So you get to have a say.
I think that's something that we're really excited about, because we would love that feedback, from the community. We'd love to, see what kind of styles people are vibing with more than others, because at the end of the day, the material is something that it would be cool to have it universally accepted.
Definitely. So will the council be sort of like a separate closed community for sort of like your OGs?
I would say that it would probably be like a separate Telegram opportunity, where it would be like a separate group. We would potentially have we could do like Zoom meetings or questionnaires or anything.
Little powwows.
Yeah, little smoke powwows. Anything that can get, people together, at some point, over the course of the time, and basically like cover like kind of like an itinerary of creative and other things that could be
For the council.
Yeah.
Epic. So it sounds like that's going to be somewhere you guys want to be hanging out, and I don't doubt that there'll probably be some exclusive giveaways or something like that in there as well, which is all the more reason to get involved in that. And then at Fleensy says, I want a society ring.
Ooh.
That'd be pretty dope.
Oh, I like that.
Like the skulls or something like that.
Yeah, you have to and at like exclusive restaurants, you insert the ring.
Right. Like,
the door opens.
Right. Like
coming soon.
Right.
Coming soon. There'll be Stoney rings for that. For the elite.
Right.
There you go.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, did you guys see actually recently? I think it was Gary.
One hitter.
That's a good idea.
I think it was Gary V that tweeted out recently there was the first ever NFT restaurant has opened up.
I saw that in New York City. It was the other day.
Crazy, hey?
Very interesting.
Very cool. Everything's moving so fast, man. It's awesome to watch it all happen in front of us, and it's going to be interesting to see what the next 12 months looks like.
I agree.
All right, so we got 50% of the sales. 5 Stoney pack holders will become a forever stoned custom cannabis character designed and minted by Stoney Baloney. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So would I send in a selfie and you create it, or is it going to be based on what I envision the character?
Think of it in terms of like you are getting a caricature done at like a theme park or at a party. You send in your picture, we create a likeness of you within that character. So instead of a purple haze, that face will have your likeness to it or something like that. But in a new character, you'll become basically a forever NFT. And
for yourself, that we would mint and send that to that person.
Epic. Oh, so are they one of one pieces? Is that what you're thinking, or?
Yeah.
Wow. Very cool. 75%, we start to build and design Ehs House, and we touched on this before. So Ehs House is a live entertainment venue online exclusively for the Stoney Crew, featuring media personalities interacting with cannabis and cannabis culture. That's pretty dope.
Yeah. So like we mentioned earlier, for us, kind of we vision. I would love the opportunity on like a Friday evening or a Saturday night. People can look forward to like, hey, I'm going to come home, just relax, see what's going on at Ehs House, see who's performing, what's going on. Is there, a comedian in the bathroom, is there like whatever, somebody cooking some like pot brownies and just hanging out.
That's awesome. And I could see like, maybe you go to the kitchen or something and there's like his Edith's recipe book or something, and there's the recipe for making brownies at home, because someone like me, I've got no clue.
Yeah.
But that's sick. I'm looking forward to seeing that actually. And then 100% sold, and I'm pretty excited about this one. We'll start to create animated shorts featuring Stoney characters to be shared with the Stoney Crew and later displayed at Ehs House. So this obviously tees into like your background in animation and media, TV, all that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah, no, I'm really excited about it too. Just for the standpoint of, it's hard to show personality. Linus, yes, VIP lounge for sure. It's hard to show personality with these cards as is without being able to really fully dive in. And so we want to take these characters, give them personality, give them, a voice. And, to be honest, the back of Sour Diesel, he's got a thing for Blue Dream. He's got the hots for Blue Dream. So it's like showing weird relationships through these characters. And I just think it would be fun to like see it from a comedic level. And so we have a background in comedy and animation, and I'd love to take these characters to a different level from the cards, give them personality, like I mentioned, voice, and be able to give these clips and share them with the community. And then, who knows, to see where things could go from that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could potentially mint them as NFTs depending on how long they are.
Yep.
Exactly.
That'd be pretty cool. Epic. So the roadmap's looking good. I'm excited for a few things there, and I like the art here as well. It's all pretty dope. I would love to get my hands on one of these guys. This special tripping one. That's super cool. But do you guys have anything else that you sort of want to share with everyone?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that we've seen that's important to us, I think we might have mentioned early on, is just the storytelling and being able to really tell the story that we want without having it interpreted through executives, through people that pretend that they know
Focus
the brand.
groups or,
it's more of like being able to just kind of share it, but then see how the community responds to it and get their opinions on it, and be able to get their take on, hey, like with the council. Like, to me, that's cool, because it's not an executive in a boardroom telling you how to make a TV show. It's the people that are already invested in vibing with your brand
We want to watch it.
that want to watch it anyway. So it's like, hey, like, give us your 2 cents.
Yeah, totally. Awesome. Alrighty. Well, if you guys have nothing else to share, we might wrap it up. But I will leave on saying, I think we'll do a few giveaways still. So I might pop into your Telegram group and we can give away another one of those cards. I'll do the same in the Cryptowriter group. So make sure you guys are in both of those Telegrams, and pop over to Twitter as well, because I'll give another one away there.
Perfect.
And we'll see you for the next episode of the Hollywood Show, whenever that is.
Thank you, Taylor.
Taylor, much appreciated, man.
Thank you guys. Thanks for joining me. It's been great. Loving this project, and I'm excited to see more.
Appreciate the platform.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Peace.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks a lot.